Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ground and Pound Podcast quick picks video for UFC Fight Night. Bautista taking on Oliveira in the main event. And this video is for you if you've had a busy week. Quick fire style, rapid fire, confident level traffic light system at the bottom. Hit that like and subscribe button and let's talk about these fights. Kicking things off in the early prelim opener, we've got Javid Basharat taking on Said Nurmagomedov. Give me Nurmagomedov here. Better striker, better grappling. The only real downside to him is his conditioning at times. Does a lot of spinning attacks, but I think overall he should get this one done. A little bit of a step down in competition for him, along with Basharat being the worst out of the two brothers. I like Nurmagomedov this week. Dog of the week, medium level confidence. And next up, we've got Jakub Wixlax taking on Muin Gaffarov. Give me Wixlax here. Impressive UFC debut against Patchy Mix. Gaffarov is a guy that does mix in the wrestling, but I do think Jakub is a guy that can use the jiu-jitsu in order to cause scrambles. Realistically, Gaffarov is low volume but likes to load up on shots. Jakub is a guy that can throw a lot of volume. Not super confident this week, but give me Jakub here to get this one done and get his second UFC win. And next up, we've got Priscilla Cachoeira taking on Claudio Segula. Give me Segula here. I don't trust the 37-year-old Priscilla Cachoeira. A lot of power in the hands, but the takedown defense is lacking. I think here, if they both stand and trade on the feet, it could be anybody's fight. But I think if Segula mixes in the takedowns here, she could definitely have success exploiting the ground game of Priscilla Cachoeira. Low-level confidence, though. Women's MMA can be tricky at times, but give me Segula here to use the grappling to get this one done. And next up, we've got Ketlin Souza taking on Bruno Brazil. Give me Souza here. More athletic, more power in the hands. I think that she can definitely utilize a ground game if Bruno Brazil decides to take it there. And I think that she's got more power on the feet. Bruno Brazil, cut from the UFC, went onto the road to UFC. Don't trust her. Souza lost in 2 split decisions to 2 higher-level women in the division, in Rodriguez and in Hill. I think she gets back in the win column here. Bruno Brazil isn't all that. Medium level confidence, however, because women's MMA can be tricky, but I feel like Souza gets it done. And next up, we've got Alex Morono taking on Danny Donchenko. Confident level through the roof here. The human helicopter, Alex Morono. He's going to spin. He's going to get tired. He's not fundamental. Danny Donchenko, I like this guy. He looks pretty good. Danilo, he is a guy that can mix in the striking. He has a nice step-in elbow. Coming off that Ultimate Fighter victory, I think he gets the victory here. The much more younger fighter here, much more polished as well. I think Morono's time is up. I don't trust his chin, along with the fact that I do like Danilo Donchenko, excuse me. I do like in those step-in elbows, and I think the striking is going to be wonders here against Alex Morono, who at times can be very inconsistent. Very confident in him this week. Next up, we've got Kong Wang taking on Eduardo Omora. And I think this is a tough test for Kong. I think Mora's wrestling and relentless pace is definitely something that she's going to have to be mindful of. But I do think that Kong Wang is going to get this one done. Dancing around on the outside, mixing in the striking, picking, prodding, and really just skirting around the outside of the octagon, jabbing the face off of Moore, defending the takedowns, and ultimately getting it done with her striking. But only medium or low-level confidence here, as I do think that Moore's takedowns are going to be, thick and fast, coming at her from all different directions, chaining it together. Kong Wang's going to have her hands full in the grappling, but I do think she's going to win with the striking overall in this matchup. And next up, we've got Dustin Jacoby taking on Julius Walker. Walker, good athlete, not a good fighter. Dustin Jacoby, great kickboxing, good takedown defense. I think he's realistically just going to defend the takedowns of Walker here and ultimately land the kill shot. I do think that Dustin Jacoby's time is up, but I do think here that he has got more of a well-rounded skill set in terms of MMA than Julius Walker. Like I said, Walker, better athlete. However, Jacoby's the better fighter, so medium-level confidence him here to defend the takedowns and ultimately get it done with the striking. And next up, we've got Gialton Almeida taking on Rizvan Kunyev. I like Almeida here. He's the better grappler. I don't trust Kunyev. I do think that his time over in the PFL was well served, beating cans. But I think Almeida here is going to be the better grappler. Getting him down early and often, he's the better athlete. He's going to be able to time those explosive takedowns, get this fight to the ground, and ultimately control Kunyev on the ground. If this is a back-and-forth striking affair, then obviously it's anybody's game, especially at heavyweight. But I like Almeida to get this one done with the grappling and overall his athleticism. And next up, we've got Gene Matsumoto taking on Farid Basharat. I'm going to lean to Basharat here. I think that Gene Matsumoto's got to make this one a dogfight. I think the Basharat out of the two, he is the better brother. But I do think that Basharat's going to get this done with a better game plan. We've seen with Matsumoto that when he brawls like he did in the Rob Font fight, that he will leave openings. I think Farid can definitely capitalize on that. Timing in takedowns as well. I do think that Matsumoto is definitely live, though. If you like him as an underdog, I wouldn't talk you off that cliff. But I am going to go with Farid Basharat here in a slight lean. And next up, we've got Mikhail Oleksiejczuk taking on the power bar Marc-Andre Barriault. I don't trust Barriault. I think he's over the hill. I think he takes too much damage, and Oleksiejczuk's been on a run since moving over to Fighting Nerds. He's looked fantastic. I like the finishing upside here of Oleksiejczuk, and I think he gets this one done inside the distance. And next up, we've got in the co-main event, we've got Amir Albazi taking on Horiguchi, and Horiguchi should get this one done. Very, very fast, still at 35. I think Albazi is going to struggle to get this fight to the ground. We've seen with Horiguchi that he is lightning quick, and he does that nice in and out movement in terms of the karate style striking. I think that the speed advantage and the striking advantage here for Horiguchi is going to be all he needs. Medium level confidence. I don't trust Albazi. Long layoffs and gets exposed in the boxing against Brandon Moreno. I think Horiguchi's striking should be enough to get this one done. And in the main event, if you've made it this far, hit that like and subscribe button as we talk rapid fire main event here. We've got Mario Bautista taking on Vinicius Oliveira. I think Bautista's more well-rounded. I think the cardio is going to outstand Oliveira. Oliveira's not going to be able to walk Bautista down like he did against Saeed. And I do think that Bautista can mix in his own takedowns, get Oliveira tired. I think he's a much cleaner striker as well, a little bit more straighter shots down the pipe. Oliveira likes to use that Muay Thai style. Great main event. Looking forward to this one in the Apex. But give me Mario Bautista here in a slight lead. And that's all we've got time for. Rapid fire style, full card breakdown. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.